our leaders could not do their job today without having Bridgit in place. It's become a standard as a part of their everyday. Our pre-con guy has Bridgit open the entire day. He never closes it. To go back to what it was in the past, that's not even a function of thought of how we would manage a business anymore. Being able to transition from being a local company to a national company, that's not something you can just do without having, a software structure in place that allows you to do that effectively. Bridgit has been one of the backbones that allows us to do that. A much higher percentage of the meetings being held by the staffing leaders of the company was spent just truing up data amongst themselves. Now they start the meeting knowing that everything in Bridgit, and they open Bridgit for that meeting, everything in Bridgit is current. There's a lot more positive conversation where they can get to decision making much faster. For us, Bridgit is our source of truth for construction, location, and staff data. One of the areas Bridgit has really shined is the pre-construction management, which has to be handled differently. Our pre-con team tracks by the day, So tracking by the day in the same tool and data set as those who are tracking by 6 months or years. That's an amazing application that can combine all of that into the same data set and be effective for both. Bridgit is being used not just by our construction operations leaders who are managing our staff. It's also being heavily used by marketing when we're putting together proposals. That data is excellent. We don't have problems. I don't get troubleshooting calls as to why isn't this working. Those calls don't happen. So the user interface of Bridgit is extremely intuitive and something I think they nailed. It feels a lot like an Apple product, where you just know how to use it. People who I've never shown the product to are coming to me saying, why can't I have access? That's not something that normally happens with software. Understanding experience tracking has become just standard in the process now when evaluating staff on a job. When you're placing a person, you're not just placing a robot, you're placing a human, right? And understanding that human's relationships around them can be a big part of a project team. The forecasting portion of Bridgit has given our executive leadership team the ability to present to the board in a way that makes it easier, never going to be easy, but easier for that group to assess the actual needs of the company. When we're talking about contract negotiations with software, with Bridgit, we're like, how many years can we sign a contract with you with? It's not, oh yeah, we'll sign it for a year and we'll talk next year. We know we're not changing this. And Bridgit caught our eye back in 2020, and that shiny object turned out to be one of the best investments we've made. Bridgit has, I think, become, one of the golden standards of software, for construction.